It's day 221 of Trump 2.0, and the left still isn't coping well with the fact that he's president. So why not send them further into the tizzy with this idea? Trump 3.0?
It's the art of the troll. President Trump loves to show off his Trump 2028 hats and watch everyone's heads explode. He loves showing them off to world leaders when they're visiting the White House to discuss peace, world peace, ending a war.
So it seems the left still hasn't figured out Trump's brand of humor. Enter Gavin Newsom.
I don't think Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
Don't give me. Who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? So this is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No. This guy doesn't believe in free, fair election.
Big Mad Gav Newsom is about to burst because his political redistricting scheme is facing resistance from California Republicans.
One assemblyman proposing what he is calling a two-state solution to the map. The architect of this plan joins us now, California Assembly Republican leader James Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dagan and James.
So before we call you the senator from East California, you understand that this plan to split the state in two, north to south, or east and west, excuse me, you understand it probably can't happen because you need the California legislature and the U.S. Congress to sign on, but you're making a point here.
Well, I did grow up in a small town called East Nicholas, so maybe that fits pretty
Senator
well.
from East Nicholas, okay.
Look, the main point here is that the person who doesn't believe in free and fair elections is Gavin Newsom, because he is right now, after the last election where we actually had some pretty big gains here in California, where many voters started voting differently, where Latinos actually in large numbers voted for President Trump and voted for Republicans, is moving through this, what I call the Gavin mander. He's trying to change the map so that we are denied our ability to get representatives of our choice, taking Republican members of Congress down to 7% when we make up about 40% of the voting bloc in California. So I responded in kind and saying, hey, I like this map, one where we have our own state, where we can actually elect representatives of our choice and get rid of once and for all Gavin Newsom.
And how much of the vote did Trump? He won more than a third of the vote, didn't he, against Kamala Harris? Is that right?
He increased his numbers from last time, from 2020. And in fact, in some of these districts, he actually had a 20-point swing. So in Imperial County, for example, a very highly Latino county in the southern part of California, Biden won that in 2020. Trump won it, and it was a 20-point swing in his favor. We actually picked up a seat down there in the state assembly as well. And I think that's what these Democrats are afraid of, and that's why they're trying to rig the system to make sure that they can win congressional seats because of the gains we've had. We've also had over 1 million new registrations of Republicans here in California since 2019. I think that's what Gavin's really afraid of.
Right. It was 38% he won last year. And I think that your map quite decisively illustrates the absurdity of what's going on. Go ahead, James.
Well, I'm just wondering about maybe Gavin doesn't care because he's not running in California as governor anymore. He's now wants to run for president. But does this maybe create a blowback for Democrats, where many of them have been saying for years we have this wonderful independent districting system, and obviously it ended up tilted toward Democrats in terms of the way the districts were drawn. But now that they're saying, let's blow it up because we want to draw an even more partisan map, I wonder, other than their hardcore, and I understand there are a lot of those in California, does this maybe create an opening for Republicans to say we're the party of reform and they're the party of naked partisan politics?
Absolutely. We think we've got a great message to independents, Republicans, and Democrats in the state, quite frankly, that we should stick with our guns. We should stick with fair and independent redistricting done by the citizens, not by politicians. And we've, already, I feel like that message is really resonating. We've seen polling that shows that they want to keep the citizen-led redistricting that we have in California. So we think that when we go to the ballot, when we get that message out to voters, we will be victorious and ultimately shut down Gavin Newsom's presidential ambitions, because that's what it's really about for him.
James Gallagher, terrific to see you, sir. Thank you. Still to come.
Great to see you.